Hi, it's me, Vamp, and we have a lot to talk about. Okay, so I'm referring to the fact that there were so many things. Okay, this week in Wolfram, sorry for the thing fell down. But anyway, this week in the Wolfram, I actually realized something about Nightwave. We got that update. Let's see, and then not directly Warframe related. We got info on the PS5, which we will go into more later on in the podcast. But first things first, I want to mention that last week on the podcast, there was a special guest, D.E. Taylor. It was episode 7 for those of you guys that this may be your first time tuning into the podcast. I believe it was episode 7. I'm going to feel really embarrassed if it wasn't episode 7 and I keep calling it episode 7. But yeah, anyway. And, she talked little bit about the wolf on Saturn 6, or wolf of Saturn 6 rather, and how he always spawned for her like a lot and stuff, and we weren't totally jealous at all. It's fine. But I am happy to say that, and this is news other than per se the Nightwave directly, or the update that came on console this past week, but I am happy to say that the update also, I guess, included, I'm losing my words here, so much stuff to talk about. But yeah, it also included an increase in spawn rate for the wolf, as well as even a slightly higher increase in spawn rate if you're in level 20 plus enemy missions. And of course, since we got the update on console, we also received the change to he gets harder per people in your squad. Which, fun fact, I actually got to experience for the first time when I was playing the other day. I'm a Naros a lot, so the wolf can't kill me, but man, he took a long time to kill. He was level 68. There were 3 other squad members, so 4 in total, and his shield was, and he was, But anyway, since we did speak of him, let's speak a little bit about Nightwave. I know we speak about it a lot, but let's speak about it. And you know what? Let's go ahead, check some of the comments about Nightwave since we are talking about Nightwave. Let's see. There's someone, let's see, people glad that they can build a whoop sledge now, which it's not Nightwave directly, but it is Nightwave related because, in case you guys don't know, the Wolf of Saturn 6 can drop sledgehammer parts and stuff, but they did mention something else speaking of that, which is that the wolf apparently is not going away after season, whatever, season 1 of Nightwave, which was good to hear. They were kind of vague on it, so I'm not entirely sure what all that entails. Is he going to become a permanent assassin? Will we just see him on every mission for the rest of our days, or what's going on? We don't know. And then there's also a comment about how because once you go to rank 30 for Nightwave, which I'll be honest, I'm already ranked 30, so there's not much point for me anyway. So I don't actively do the Nightwave missions. I get them done casually, which is what I feel like all Nightwave with mission should be just like casual completion type thing, not have to work too hard or go too much out to be a way to do one specific thing. But I digress. Anything past rank 30 is upgrade to rank 1, upgrade to rank 2, or prestige rank 1, or prestige rank 2. But they'll only reward 15 warp credits each. So yes, you guys have gotten to rank 30 and gotten past there in order to start earning warp credit. They're essentially rank 31, 32, but you know, they're prestige. Okay, but and someone, which I agree, that should be more warp credit if you did all the work to get to rank 30. But hey, you know what? He's learning. I feel like they're learning. If you guys want to, maybe send that podcast to them, I don't know. Maybe they want listen to the podcast. I don't know. But yeah, that actually, would be nice. Feedback is always positive. But let's move on from Nightwave for a moment and talk about the update that I mentioned. The update, Planes of Eidolon remastered. Yes, console finally received that update. And it's actually a good update. Planes Remastered, gotta give credit when where credit is due. It is a very, very nice remastered thing. Now, unfortunately, that's still not too much of a reason for most people. This also come from my chat in my streams, twitch.tv/Vamp6x6x6x. Yep, little plug there, but yeah, they believe that there's still no reason really to go back into the planes, which I can't argue with them. I mean, going once or twice though, since the update, at least go in once or twice. Even if you never normally go in, at least go in a little bit to check out that scenery. It's very nice scenery. Everything got changed at least a little bit. It looks a lot better, than more dynamic lighting. The sunset is nice and in the right position and everything. Even the foliage, like the bushes, and there's not as many, I wouldn't call them paper trees because, they were kind of, the branches kind of thin as paper trees, you know what I mean? But yeah, those aren't really around anymore. Now it's open world, open land. The sun will come out. Okay, I'm getting off topic here. But yeah, I urge you to at least go in and check it out at least once. It looks very, very amazing. Now, I do also want to, since I'm going to be talking about a few other things, the rest of the stream, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the comments right now, respond to them, because there was actually a real good comment here, which I agree with for the most part. Okay, so the thing about this is, let's see, this was on my Agamom. I can't say amalgam mods. I always mess up, but amalgam mods. Okay, so they mentioned that DE wanted to create mod that gave it weapon plus status, weapon status plus 1 frame CC status, which, what they're referring to is, in case you don't know, that amalgam mods, what they do is they are supposed to have unique stats. Like one might have bonus sprint speed for your frame while having weapon damage for your, Warframe weapon. Sprint speed for your frame, damage for your weapon. It would be like two mini lions forming into one giant lion. Okay, anyway. Well, the mods unfortunately don't really have much of a use right now because okay, they implement a full mod to begin with, like a dip their toe in the water type thing, which makes sense. If you look at it, DE does actually experiment with mods and pay attention to feedback. They did that with ribbons. Ribbons are a little bit different because of the whole database issue. Why there's not more slots. But yeah, they kind of did that with ribbons. Amalgam mods, we only have 4, but if people respond well to them, maybe we'll get more. I'm hoping that feedback, and I urge you guys to give actual feedback as well, because I'm hoping that this feedback can tell them we want more amalgam mods, but we want them to be different than they are now. Because right now, most people believe the only useful one would be the one that gives the Warframe sprint speed and the weapon damage, which is a shame because they have the potential to be real good. They reduce the damage of one mod quite a bit, add a stat for other mods. It's basically combining 2 small mods into one big mod. Like 2 long. Okay, I already used that joke once. Okay. Anyway. So I fully agree with them on this, and I think that would be good if Warframe, if DE did decide to look on that quite a bit. I really think that would be good. Oh yeah, I guess, okay, Play Warframe actually. So Warframe's YouTube account actually responded to one of my videos, which I'm going to say to you guys, good luck to everyone on this week's Nightwave. So that's from, Warframe channel, that's from me as well. Good luck to everyone on this week's Nightwave. And yeah, that's actually quite a bit it for the comments. Sorry, I've been reading a comment, got a bit distracted. Now, we're going to talk about other stuff, which will make it very hard for me to actually make an appropriate title for this stream. So, stream? I meant to say podcast. But yeah, anyway, so the topic at hand is going to be PS5. The PS5. They talked a bit about the PS5. In case you guys don't know what I'm referring to somehow, it is the PlayStation 5. Yes. Okay. So they started mentioning, oh, we're gonna do 8K. Which a lot of people were not impressed by. It's because it seems like they meant it more of a, like, try to boast, try to say, come to us, look, we have 8K. And no one is doing 8K right now, so I guess, but since no one is doing 8K right now, it's not really much of a selling point. Heck, 4K isn't a selling point for a lot of people still. We still live in a world where, in most cases, 1080p is the standard. You don't need to goes straight to 4K. So 8K was basically not really needed or wanted. If anything, I think it made them look a little bit worse, a little bit like they might have been trying too hard. Plus, it boxed them in the corner. They say that the PS5 is set to come out late next year, or early the year after that, which is fine. But how are you going to box yourself into a corner of 8K? Now they have to find a way to possibly even deliver that, and it's like, what? Why? But everything else they mentioned is pretty cool. They mentioned ray tracing. They mentioned backwards compatibility with PS4, which I'm happy about for multiple reasons, but does also include Warframe, because here's what I was thinking. I was thinking, oh, what will happen to Warframe when the PS5 comes out? Will they just upgrade everything, make it available for PS5? But yeah, it's apparently going to be backwards compatibility, so that's very good. Especially since Microsoft already got the backwards compatibility thing under control. So if Sony didn't do it, the next console, I don't know. Now they didn't for sure say a price point, not indefinitely. I can't imagine it being over $600, because I feel like that the $600 is kind of the sweet spot for most people, meaning that I don't think people are willing to spend any more than $600 on a console, because you can buy an entry-level PC for around $600. Make it yourself for possibly a little less, depending on where you find your parts and whatnot. But yeah, you can probably buy an entry-level PC for about that price. Actually, I know you can. So yeah, I don't see them doing that at all. But I could be wrong about that. I've been wrong about stuff before. But I don't think it would be wise for them to go any higher than that price. With that said, however, I do want to point out that there are things this series, next console, which does make it seem like it will be a slightly higher price. Like they said, SSD. They said that it's going to have an SSD from the get-go, the PS5, which should increase loading times quite a bit, especially with games that are built for it in mind. So they gave an example which made people believe that there will probably be more PS5 exclusives in the future, which, if I have a PS5, I'm okay with a PS exclusive overall, but I know some people aren't, but I really don't know what to say about that. Except for, I will say, when it was first kind of officially announced, the first thought that crossed my mind is, man, I'm going to have to start saving up now. Actually, that's not the first thought. The very first thought that crossed my mind was, I am so glad that they didn't say that it was coming out this year. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about Vamp. Really? Don't you want a PS5 right now? No, I don't have the money to go out buy a PS5 right now. I wish I did. I really, really wish I did. But I don't. So basically, I'll be saving up and whatnot. And hopefully, I can save up enough by then, because I know Borderlands 3 is coming out, and that's basically a must buy for like me and everyone who existed ever. Okay, that's being a bit dramatic. But yeah, that's everything I think about it. I know that podcasts have been all over the place, but there's so much I wanted to talk about. So much big news that happened because of the fact that, the update came out on Warframe. I just, let's see, the Warp Up to 6 news in Wolfram got announced, the PS5 got announced, and yeah, just stuff like that. It really, a lot, a lot. And with that said, I am actually going to end the podcast here. I know, it's a lot shorter than last week's episode. I keep referring to last week's episode. Like I said, I believe it's episode 7. Featured special guest D.E. Taylor. So definitely feel free to give that a listen to if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys in a future episode, hopefully. Later.